LSU on the banks of the Olentangy, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. Boy, the Scarlet and Gray already rocking this house. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Wolverines will get us started with the opening kickoff.
I'm sure.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5.
Okay.
And the returner will be brought down. So Ohio State's return team didn't help matters out much with that one. Stakes are always high in the game. Careers are made and lost because of it, and they'll have to manage their emotions, guys.
Some games in college football just mean more. When you think about Ohio State and Michigan, you think about not just Big Ten implications, national title implications, Heisman Trophy implications. Late in the year, David, this is just must-watch TV.
Must-watch TV. Two of the winningest programs in college football history. This game, I tell you what, recent years has really brought back the tradition and been so much more competitive now that Michigan's also getting some wins.
The RPO, fire complete.
How does he big hit and literally just went through him like he was invisible?
The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude, in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and then bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
Go back over there.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Back to throw. It's Ivory. A little release to the back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Quickly complete. Oh, he left him grabbing. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this
Pick
game.
that. Ooh, good effort.
If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Off play action. A shot toward the
Yes,
end zone.
go, Davis.
And the traffic picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game, opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The colors of the day were maize and blue when Michigan won a close one last year.
It was Ohio State leaving the stadium feeling blue after that one, too. The way that Michigan enforced their will late in that game. They were the most physical team when they needed to be, and David, they're going to have to do that again to pull out this W.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you're the coach at Ohio State and you won every game on your schedule, but you lose to Michigan, it's an unsuccessful year. So he's heard about it all offseason, and these players have too, and they'll be ready for some revenge.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try the run. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. No huddle offense to the line. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
Tired.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
From the gun to give, looking for room.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Right, how about this offense? You think of this offense, you think of throwing the football and top 10 passing in all of college football, but the defense knew something, right? Like you could tell, they were going to come out and run the football. They brought out the goal line, brought in some big boys, and really was ready for the run on that play.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team.
Oh, my God. With 16-mile-per-hour wind.
After the miss, no change in the game.
Well, the upright playing the 12th man on defense, knocking that ball down. It looked like it had a chance to be good.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Now on 1st down from the 30. The back goes in motion. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Fakes the grab down the middle. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. guys that can win one-on-one, and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance.
And he feels
Let's go,
the heat
Duval.
coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
Third down coming up.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Looking to throw, it's Ivory.
Oh,
Finds a man by himself. And he breaks into the
of
open.
course he's going to break that.
That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's got it on the run. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Into the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They'll throw on third and short. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for
Oh,
field
shoot.
goals.
He was still
You
running.
got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw.
Good pass.
They're working that left side. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
That was a clock runner. He ran out of time.
They're going back to the ground. The Wolverines get it past the sticks.
Hello.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see
It's right by
run north south, try
Publix.
to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs.
It's right
instead of
across the
trying to make
street.
those big
Yeah.
touchdown runs.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Wolverines will snap it on first and 10. They'll run the off-tackle play here. At the 45 on his way. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
Then they'll line up from the 31 on first down. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting him drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Off the RPO.
Good block.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
They'll try the counter.
God dang, he just got D-balled.
Behind the line of scrimmage, that'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile?
God.
He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He wants to pass it on second down.
Good
He's
pass
got
to
his
Luke.
man. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Wants to throw on third down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
Good throw.
It's complete along the sidelines. It's a catch inbounds, and it's a first down. The offense threatening close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. A first down run in the red zone. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting the touchdown.
And he tacked on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens.
Oh,
Good job, Flynn.
Didn't really have room to operate on the return.
Got nervous.
He hands him the ball at the 32.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
It's a reverse. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
It's going to be interesting to see how the defense is going to try to defend these jet sweeps moving forward. They've got to have bodies in the perimeter of the field with their eyes looking at these receivers in motion because they can hand it off to them at any time.
On second down, just keeps firing. He's got an open man. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
The Wolverines have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. offense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Moving away from pressure.
Oh, shoot, I did not let that go.
Trouble, and down he goes.
He went throw it away.
Loss on that play. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. The field goal is no good. After the miss, the lead is still 4.
My bad, fall.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him for the sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, whether it's in the shoe or the big house, when you have these two programs with all that's at stake today, you know emotions run high in a game known simply as the game.
The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Looking to move it through the air. Floats it out in space. The defense wouldn't let him loose it, even though it's a completion. They lost yardage.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to running back, closing space, and get that fast dude on the ground.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The handoff as they run the counter play here. They'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass.
Way to get that field.
Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
He's looking to throw it. Finds his man down the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They'll run it to the right side. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. The give from the gun. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Offensively, are you going to take 4 to 6 every play? Yes, please. Sign me up for that. I'm going to take that every single time. Great job by the offense. Staying patient, staying true to who they are. You want to run the football. You want to be physical. You want to establish yourself. Check, check, check.
And the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. They're going to test the right side with this one. He's piled up 82 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you've got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Oh, the attempt is no good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a 1st down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space. See if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Quickly to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. And the Buckeyes line up to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Little touch pass to the receiver. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's on target and complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Safe completion on the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. The Wolverines are marching down the field. They're going to run it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. He's got 93 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Running behind that left side. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Handoff from the gun. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Now on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Love the play call offensively because you've got the lead. The defense expects you to run the ball. You just did it the previous play, so there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and you keep the clock ticking.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, they've got a ways to go if they're going to win this game. It's all about getting the drive started. They come away with a positive play to get this thing going. Let's see what they can do now.
To the air on first down. Lofts one high and deep. And it's picked off for the third time today. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
They want that clock to run. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
They go to the ground. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Addison. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Hello. Yeah, I'm upstairs. No, I'm upstairs.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Handoff to the lone back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
No good. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys.
It has been an absolute nightmare and a game to forget for this kicker. That is now his 4th missed field goal in this game, and if they lose, you know everybody's going to be pointing the finger at him.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Back to throw. It's Ivory. He's got it. 2-point conversion is good, and now they're within a field goal here in the 4th. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. The offense set for a first down play. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar